Good evening everyone. Are you able to see the screen? Please let me know once, then we will start the class. All of you, are you able to hear my voice and able to see the screen? Please let me know. Guys, all of you, please respond. Are you able to see the screen? Based on your responses, we will start the class. Yeah. So I think in yesterday's class we have covered clocks. Okay, what was the last problem? Please let me know in the chat box once, then we will continue from there. Okay, I will wait for 5 more minutes for your friends to join. In the meantime, please let me know what was the last topic we covered. I think we have done up to overlapping case, like you are going to get 0, 360 or 180 for 11 times for every 12 hours, and if it is 90 you are going to get 22 times for every 12 hours. I think up to this point we have covered in the previous class. Okay, so today what we are going to do here is we are going to cover the third model, that is how to find out time from angle. Then we are going to find out wrong clock problems. We are going to cover these two in today's class. Okay, so if I'm right, please type Y in the comments. We'll move on with the next model, that is time to angle. Yeah, coming to this one. So the next we are going to discuss is how to find out the angle when you know the time. That is, for example, don't worry guys, after completion of the models, like we are having 4 models, after completion of all the 4 models we are going to solve some problems from internet, so no need to worry at all. Now see, the third model here is, he is going to mention a time and he will ask you to find out at what time you are going to get that angle. Anyway, for now just try to by heart what I am saying, but when we are discussing the actual class, then I will explain everything, like why you are taking those numbers and all. So listen, let us take the question is like this: at what time between, okay, at what time between 2 and 3 o'clock you are going to get 180 degrees. Now listen, previously he used to mention the time, you are going to find out the exact angle. Now he is telling you the time, you need to find out at what time you are going to get that angle. Now my question here is, at what time between 2 o'clock and 3 o'clock you are going to get 180? The most common answer here is like this. Here they are going to say the time as 240, but that's not the original answer. You are not going to get 180 at 240. So we are going to find out when that is going to happen. So let's check it out once. So remember one thing, we are going to find out the relative speed between the hands, like how one hand is moving with respect to the other hand. For example, most of the people are going to think that they are going to get overlapping after every 1 hour, but we know that overlapping will happen after every, like you can take it as like this. See, if the minute hand is starting here and if it is coming back to the same position, we will say 60 minutes has passed. But in that time what will happen with respect to the hour hand? That is what the relative moment is. So just remember this one statement: for every 60-minute movement of minute hand, see, the hour hand is going to move only 55 minutes. There is the relativity between them. Why? Because see here, assume that, see, if the minute hand is coming back to the same position, hour hand is going to go here. That means hour hand is actually having a difference of 5 minutes between them. So just remember this one statement. For every 60-minute movement of minute hand with respect to R hand, or in R hand's point of view, you can see only 55 minutes difference. Just try to learn that one statement, you will get all the answers. So how you are going to do the problems here is, remember, I want to find out at what time between 2 o'clock and 3 o'clock I am going to get 180 degrees. So the first thing you need to do here is draw a wrong diagram. Draw a wrong diagram in the sense, see, whatever the lower limit you are having here, place your R hand on that lower limit. By taking this as your reference point, try to form this angle. From here, the angle is 180, means you are going to get it on exactly 8. Now find out how many minutes are there. We are having 40 minutes because 8 means we are going to take it as 40 minutes. Then write this statement. For every 60 minutes with respect to R hand, we can see only 55. Now find out how many minutes you are having here, 40. Then what will be the original time? Just do the cross multiplication, you will get your answer. That is 480 by 11, that is 4 11s are 44, you are having 3 11s are 33, 7 by 11. You are going to get the answer as 43 7 by 11. That means we thought the answer is 240, but the actual answer is 243 7 by 11. I repeat the problem once again, then we will cross check, then I will explain why you are writing this 60 and 55. Okay. So we are here, what we are going to do here is, he is going to give the problem like this. He will mention a time, at what time between 2 o'clock and 3 o'clock, then he will give you the angle. So the first thing you need to do here is, whatever the lower limit you are having here, place the R hand here. For example, if the time is in between 5 and 6, you have to place R hand in 5. If the time is in between 7 and 8, place the R hand on 7. After placing R hand on the lower limit, by taking this as your reference point, form the given angle. I want to get an angle of 180. So if I am getting the angle of 180 means, I am going to get the dial on 8. 8 means you are going to have 40 minutes. Then simply write this statement. For 60 minutes you can see only 55. Then if you are seeing 40, what is the original time? Just do the cross multiplication, you will get your answer. Just look at the problem for 1 minute, then I will tell you why you are writing that 60 and 55. Okay, in the meantime, I will give you one more problem, try to solve it, okay. Then I will explain, okay, at what time between 6 and 7 you are going to get 90 degrees. All of you please solve this one. Try to find out at what time between 6 and 7 you are going to get 90 degrees. Use the same logic, then I will explain once again. Okay, now see how you are going to solve this one is, the first thing, whatever the lower limit you are having here, place the R hand on the lower limit, then find out what you are getting the angle. So simply place 90 degrees here, you are going to get it on 9. Here you are going to get two scenarios, it can be on this side or it can be on that side. Based on the options you have to check that one. So if your options are below 6:30 you have to choose this option. If your options are after 6:30 you have to choose this option. Now I am assuming all my options are after 6:30. So this is going to be the diagram. Now find how many minutes you are having here, 45. Then write this statement. For every 60 minutes with relative to our hand, it's going to move only 55. If you are saying 45, what is the original time? So 45 into 60 by 55, that is 12 by 11. So that is 450 plus 90, 540 by 11. 4 11s are 44, you are going to 100, 9 11s are 99, 1 by 11. So we thought the answer is 645, but you are going to get it 649, 1 by 11. Three simple things. First, by taking the lower limit as your reference point, form this angle, find out how many minutes are there, write this statement and simply do the cross multiplication, you will get your answer. That's it. Now we will check both of them now. So one answer is 243, there you are going to get 180. Let us check whether we are getting or not. 243, let's move on. 243 clock. As you can see, you are going to see exactly 180 in the diagram. See here, you can see 180 here. Okay, let's go to the second one. The second one here is we want to find out 90 and I said the answer is 649. Let us check whether you are getting at 649 or not. See here, you can see 90 here. Okay, so whenever you want to find out from angle to time, you can use this one. Okay, as we are having less time, I will cover the fourth model also, then we will come back. Okay, let's move on. See here, the next one is wrong clock. In wrong clock, you are going to have two cases. The first one is gaining case and the second one is losing case. Gaining case in the sense, your faulty watch is going to move faster. Losing case in the sense, your faulty watch is going to run slower. So for example, let us take I am having two clocks, first the original one and the second one is faulty one. I am setting both of them at 9 am, but if I check after 1 hour, my original clock is going to show 10 am, but the faulty one is showing, let us take 10:05. After one more hour, my original clock is showing 11 am, but the faulty clock is showing 11:10. That means for every 60 minutes movement of original clock, the faulty clock is moving 65 minutes. So how you are going to say this one is, it is going to gain 5 minutes for every 1 hour. That means after every 1 hour time, you are going to see 5 minutes extra. He is going to say like this, you are having a faulty clock which is going to gain 5 minutes after every 1 hour. That means after every 1 hour of time, you can see 5 minutes extra. Now let us take the problem is like this. If the original clock is showing 4 p.m, what is the time in the wrong clock? Here I know the original clock, I want to find out the faulty one. So here what we are going to do here is, see here, we know that for every 1 hour we are going to gain 5 minutes. So simply find out how many hours are there in between 9 o'clock and 4 p.m. From morning 9 o'clock to evening 4 p.m, you are having 7 hours. And we know that for every 1 hour I am going to gain 5 minutes. So in 7 hours I can gain 35 minutes. As you can see here, the wrong time is always more than the original time. So what you need to do is, you have to add your 35 gaining here to get the original wrong time. So I will repeat the steps once again. He is going to give you a starting point and he is going to give you a ending point. So what you need to do here is, you just need to find out how much you are gaining for how much time. For example, here I am going to gain 5 minutes for every 1 hour. So if you are gaining 5 minutes for every 1 hour, means find out how many hours are there from starting to ending. As I got 7 hours here, and I know that for every 1 hour if I am gaining 5 minutes, means in 7 hours I can gain 35 minutes. So simply add 35 to your answer, you will get your wrong time, which is 4:35. Now there is one more case, that is losing case. Let us take the same example. I am going to lose 5 minutes for every 1 hour. So for that, let us take, I am setting the watch at 9 am. If the original watch is showing 4 pm in the evening, I need to find out the faulty time. I know that I am going to lose 5 minutes for every 1 hour, means in 7 hours I am going to lose 35 minutes. So as you can see, after 1 hour the faulty clock is going to show only 9:55 because we are losing 5 minutes here. After 1 more hour it is going to show 10:50 and so on. As you can see, the faulty time is less than the original time. Here you have to subtract your 35 minutes. So you are going to get the time as 3:25. So remember, if it is the gaining case, you are going to add your gained time to your original time to get the faulty time. But if it is a losing case, you are going to subtract your lost time from the original time to get the faulty time. That is it. You can add or subtract based on gaining or losing to the original time to get the faulty time. Look at the screen for 1 minute, then I will tell you how to get the original time from the faulty time. Let us move on to the next place. Let us take, you are having a clock which is going to gain 5 minutes for every 1 hour. Now let us take, you are setting both of them at 9 o'clock. After 1 hour, the original one is showing 10, after it is going to show 11, but at the same time the faulty one is showing 10:05, 11:10 and so on, the same thing. It is going to gain 5 minutes for every 1 hour. That means if the original clock is moving 60 minutes, the faulty clock is going to move 65 minutes. Now my question here is, if the faulty clock is showing 4:35, what is the original time? Now remember, you should not subtract 35 from here. Why? Because as it is only 1 day, you can see it. But if it is like 3-4 days, you can't simply find out. That's why whenever if you know the original one and if you are finding out faulty one, you can add or subtract. But if you know the faulty one, if you are coming to the original one, you have to compare your times. Compare in the sense, how much in the original time is equal to how much in the faulty time. For example, in my case, original 60 minutes is equal to faulty clock's 65 minutes. Just use this statement, because for every 60 minutes I am going to gain 5 minutes, means I am moving it by 65 minutes in the wrong clock. Now what you need to do is just find out how many minutes are there from here to here in the faulty clock. From 9 am to evening 4:35. So you are having 7 hours 35 minutes. 7 hours means 420 minutes plus 35 minutes, you are having 455 minutes. So if you are having 455 minutes in the wrong clock, how many minutes are going to be there in the original clock? Just do the cross multiplication. See, in the previous case we are coming from original time to fault time, that's why we are adding and subtracting. But if you are coming from faulty time to original time, you have to use the second method, which is comparison method. How much in the original clock is equal to how much in the faulty clock. Then find out how many minutes are there from starting to ending here. As you can see, we are having 455 minutes. Then find out corresponding time in the original clock, that is going to be 420 minutes. That means if you are having 455 minutes in the faulty clock, you are going to have only 420 minutes in the original clock. So move your original clock by 420 minutes. 420 minutes means 420 by 60, that is 7 hours. So your original time is going to be from 9 o'clock to just 7 hours, which is 4 p.m. Look at the problem once, then I will tell you the second one. Now see, let's move on to the second case. So same 9 o'clock, this one is same 9 o'clock, this is the faulty one, this is the original one. After 1 hour it is going to lose 5 minutes, that means the faulty one is now going to show only 9:55. Then at 11 o'clock it is going to show 10:50. That means for every 60 minutes here it is going to move only 55 minutes. Why? Because it is losing 5 minutes for every 1 hour. Now my question is, if the faulty clock is showing 3:25, what is the time in the original clock? Simple thing, whenever you are coming from faulty to original, you have to compare the terms. Compare in the sense, see here, for every 60 minutes in the original clock, I can see only 55 minutes in the faulty clock. Now see how many minutes are there from here to there. I am having 6 hours 25 minutes. 6 hours means 360 plus 25, you are having 385 minutes. So if you are having 385 minutes in the faulty clock, how many minutes are going to be there in the original clock? Just do the cross multiplication. So if you are having 385 minutes in the faulty clock, you are going to have 420 minutes in the original clock. So move it by 420 minutes, that is 7 hours, you will get your original time. Simple thing, if you are coming from original time to faulty time, you are going to add or subtract based on the speed. If you are coming from faulty time to original time, you have to compare. Take some time, try to indulge it and try to understand what is happening there, then we will start a new topic. Okay, so I will wait for 5 minutes for you to understand what is actually happening there, then we will solve some problems, then we will move on to some other topic. Okay, now actually I told you that 60 and 55. Now I'll explain what is actually happening there, why we are taking on 60 and 55. Why? Because guys, see here, see, let us take, we are having 60 minutes on a clock, that is equal to 360 degrees. Yes, that means 1 minute is equal to 360 by 60, that is 6 degrees. We know 1 minute is equal to, let us take 6 degrees. Okay, similarly, what will happen in terms of our hand? See, for every 1 minute movement of our hand, it is going to move the R, for every 1 minute movement of minute hand, it is going to move the R hand by just 0.5 degree. Yes, so what is the relative speed between them, like with respect to each other? So if it is moving 6 degrees, it is going to move only 55 degrees. So if it is moving, sorry, 5.5. So if it is moving 60, it is going to move 55. That's why we are taking that 60 and 55. Like if the minute hand is moving 60 minutes, but with related to our hand, it can move only 55 degrees. That's it. That's why we are multiplying angle and angle there. Okay, anyway, we'll take some problems from internet. I will give you 1 to 2 minutes for each and every problem. Try to solve it using our methods. Then I will explain it for you, and then we'll move on to the next one. Okay, let's start. I will take some random problems from internet. We'll take some random link and we'll solve one by one. Okay, now all of you solve the first one fast. I will explain what we are actually doing, but for now I will give you 1 minute for you to solve. Try to understand what they are asking, and if you can solve it in 1 minute, then I will explain it for you. Okay, let us see what is actually happening there. An accurate clock shows 8 o'clock in the morning. Okay, let us take, it is showing 8 o'clock. Through how many degrees the hour hand moves? He is asking about only hour hand. When the clock shows 2, so it is 8, now it is showing 2. You just need to find out how many degrees the hour hand moving from here to here. So from 8 o'clock to 2 o'clock, how many hours are going to be there? Around, let us take it as 14, because in 24 hours we are going to take it as 14. So from 8 to 14 you are going to have 6 hours. 6 hours means for every 1 hour the hour hand is going to move by 30 degrees. So 6 into 30, it is going to be 180. So let us check it out. That's the answer, 180. That's it. Because from 8 o'clock to 2 o'clock means we are having 6 hours. For every 1 hour it is going to move by 30 degrees. So in 6 hours it is going to move by 180 degrees. Okay, solve the next one. Now listen, by definition reflex angle means it has to be more than 180. If you are getting which is the answer less than 180, do 360 minus your answer to get the final answer. If you are getting directly more than 180, no need to do anything, leave it like that. Find out hour hand angle, then find out minute hand angle, subtract one from the other, you will get your final answer. Do it fast. Now see how you are going to find out this one is, first of all try to find out angle made by hour hand. Angle made by hour hand is going to be hours into 30 plus minutes into off. So it's going to be 300 plus 12.5 is going to be 312.5. That is the angle made by hour hand. Then find out angle made by minute hand. Simply minutes into 6. So subtract one from the other, you will get your answer. 0.5, 2, and this is 6. You got it as around 162.5. But we want to find out reflex angle, it means it has to be more than 180. As it is not more than 180, you have to do 360 minus your answer to get the final answer. Okay, so let's do that one. As you can see here, it is 12.5, you got 312.5 minus 150, you got it as minus 150, you got 162.5. But I want reflex angle means 360 minus 162.5, you are going to get it as 197.5. So let us see whether the answer is 197.5 or not. That's it. Because as we want reflex angle, we have to do 360 minus our answer to get the final answer. Look at the problem once, then we'll move on to the next one. Now solve this one. We will solve two more problems, then we will wind up. Okay. Solve two more fast. I will give 5 minutes to solve this one. Not 5 minutes is too much. I'll give 1 minute to solve this one, then we'll move on to the next one. Okay, let's start. So what is happening there? A clock started by noon, so we are starting at noon, and it's 10 minutes past 5. Now it is 5:10. Okay, the hour hand has turned by. You just need to find out hour hand angle. So if you're sitting here, we're starting at 12. Well, now the time is 5:10. So if you are finding out hour hand angle, it has to be hours into 30 plus minutes into half, because we are finding out hour hand angle. That is half of our problem. So 150 plus 5, it is going to be 155. Why? Because from 12 o'clock to 5:10, he is just asking how many degrees the hour hand is moving. So if it is up to only 5 o'clock, we can say 150. But we are having 10 minutes, means we are going to have extra some angle. That is 10 into half. So the answer is going to be 155. That's it. See, 155. The last and final one. Solve the fourth one fast. See guys, if the strength is like this, I can explain like this only. If you are not interested, I am not gonna take the class that much effectively. See, only 20 people are here. How can I take? Anyway, we'll do what we can. All of you, please solve the fourth one. Use everything you know till now. If you are done with the fourth one, then go to the fifth one also. Okay, now see. So I saying that a watch which gains 5 seconds for every 3 minutes. So you are going to get 5 seconds for every 3 minutes. Was set right at 7 a.m. Okay, we're setting 2 watches exactly at 7 a.m. in the afternoon of the same day when the watch indicated it. See, you are having a faulty one. Okay, you are, let us take this is the original one and this is the faulty one. If the faulty one is showing quarter past 4, that is 4:15, you need to find out the original time here, and we know it's going to gain 5 seconds for every 3 minutes. So whenever you are coming from faulty time to original time, you have to compare. So let's compare the terms. In order to compare, we know that, see, 3 minutes in the original clock is equal to 3 minutes 5 seconds in the faulty clock. But if I want to compare, it's better if I am having everything in terms of minutes. So I am going to convert everything into minutes. So 3 minutes plus 5 seconds, because it is gaining, means if I am having only 3 minutes here, it is going to be 3 minutes 5 seconds in the faulty clock. So I am going to write it as 3 minutes plus 5 seconds. So 3 minutes plus 5 by 60 minutes, that is 1 by 12. So 3 plus 1 by 12 means 36 plus 1, 37 by 12. That means that, so simply saying, if I am having 3 minutes in my original clock, that is going to be 37 by 12 minutes in the faulty clock. Guys, 3 minutes 5 seconds, I am writing it everything in terms of minutes. Now he is setting both of them at 7, but now the faulty one is showing 4:15, that is quarter past 4. You just need to find out how many minutes are there from here to here. Let us take it as 16:15. So that is around 9 hours 15 minutes. 9 hours 15 minutes means 540 plus 15, you are having 555 minutes in the wrong clock. So if we are having 5:55 minutes here, how many minutes are going to be there in the original clock? So 5:55 into 3 by 37 by 12. Okay, you are going to get, after simplification, let me check once, I think you are going to get 540 minutes. So if you are having 540 minutes, means you are setting them at 7 o'clock. So 7 to 540 minutes means around 9 hours. You are going to get the answer as 4 p.m. That's it. Look at the problem once. We'll move on to the next one. Anyway, you are going to find similar kind of models. Check out the solutions and the questions once. If you are having any doubt, please let me know. We'll start the next topic in 5 minutes. Okay, I will explain the basic thing tomorrow today. In tomorrow's class, we'll discuss the problems. Today, I will explain what is actually happening in coding and decoding. So, wait for 5 minutes. We'll start coding and decoding. Or do one thing. For the next 5 minutes, try to solve different problems in different website. Then later on, I will start the topic coding and decoding. Like I have to write something, I will write in the meantime. Then we will start coding and decoding. Okay. Don't worry, I'm not talking anything. First I will write, then I will explain. Okay. Okay, let's get back. So we are going to start the next topic, that is coding and decoding. So in this topic, what happens there is, he is going to give you an example of word. You need to identify how you are getting the word, and then you need to find out the answer. Like the question is going to be like this. In a certain code, ABC is written as BCD. Then how you are going to write XYZ. That's it. So first of all, you need to identify how you are getting this word from this word. Apply the same logic to get the answer. That's it. He is going to give an example, like in a certain code, ABC is written as BCD. Then he will ask you to write one more word in the same code. That's it. There is nothing more here. So there are going to be infinite logics. We can't find out each and every logic, but these are the most common ones. And one more thing here is, always try to write A to Z in this format only. Why? Because in most of the coding cases he will use opposite letters and opposite numbers. So write A to M in one line and N to Z in some other line. It will make your problems in a much it will make your problems somewhat simpler. That's why. Now see here, the first kind of coding here is symbol coding. Symbol coding means you no need to do anything. He will give 2-3 words and he will give you different kind of symbols. The first letter is going to be the first symbol, and second letter is going to second symbol, third letter is third symbol, and fourth letter is fourth symbol. That's it. So you no need to find out any logic there. But remember one thing, sometimes he can use symbols for symbol coding. Sometimes he will use one letter for as a symbol for other letter, or he can use some numbers as a symbol for other letter. So it can be numbers, symbols, or other letters. So anything is possible. But the only thing is you have to identify here is, let us take ABC is written as $$ and BDA is written as $. Let us take 5 and 7. But if you are checking here, B is common and you are having the same symbol, so you can know this is the symbol coding. That means A means $, B means $, C means hash, D means 5, A means 7, like that. Sorry, this is going to be $. Like that. That is called symbol coding. So simply first letter, first symbol, second letter, second symbol, and so on, like that. And next one here is, see here, if I want to write B, I am writing C. If I want A, I am writing B. N, if I am writing Y. For K, I am writing L. So if you observe there, I am actually using the next letters, like +1, B's next letters, A's next letters, N's next letters, K's next letters. Similarly, if I want to write B, I am writing A. If I want to write A, I am writing Z. See here, A's previous letter, B's previous letter, N's previous letter, and a K's I think just wait. There, yeah, ABML. Sorry, this is AZMJ and ABML. So every time he is using the previous letter here. Now see here, B's previous letter, A's next letter, N's previous letter, K's next letter. So it is like -1 +1 -1 +1, like alternate series. Next see here, B's next letter, A's second next letter, N's third next letter, like progressive series, +1 +2 +3 +4 and so on. Now coming to this one, exactly B's opposite you are going to have Y, exactly A's opposite you are going to have Z, N's opposite M, and K's opposite you are going to find P. So exactly opposite letters you are using here. So these are the common codings coming to letters. Sometimes you will use +1 +1 +1, sometimes you will use -1 -1 -1, sometimes alternate +1 -1, sometimes you will go +1 +2 +3 +4 and so on, or sometimes you will simply use opposite letters. But sometimes he will give you clues based on the respective positions also. Respective positions means, see here, B's position 2, count, A's position 1, N's position 14, K's position 11. So he will use respective numbers, or he will use opposite letters respective numbers. B's opposite Y, Y's letter is 25, A's opposite Z, Z is 26, like B, A, N, K. Those are Y, Z, M, P positions. Or if you are having 4 letters and if you are having very small answer, try to add all of them. If you are having somewhat bigger answer, try to multiply all of them. If you are having very small answer, try to find out average of their positions. So these are the most common codes, but there are going to be many more, because here I have taken simply +1, but it can be +2, or it can be +3, or it can be +1 +3 +1 +3. So different kind of combinations are possible, but these are like a patterns. These are the common patterns you are going to get generally. So try to solve using these patterns. If you are not getting from any of these patterns, then only try for any other logic. Okay, we will discuss these kind of problems in tomorrow's class, but try to attend, because if you are unable to understand that, you can't solve coding and decoding. So most probably tomorrow is going to be our last class, so try to attend, and if you are having any doubts, please ask in tomorrow's class. Okay, I hope if you want, you can take a screenshot. I will erase everything, the extra parts. So in the meantime, take a screenshot. So these are the common codes. Try to write the patterns on your own, so it's gonna help you to like understand. Okay, I will write only. So this is symbols, this is +1 and this is -1, this one is -1 +1 -1 +1, this one is progressive +1 +2 +3. And this one is opposite letters, this one is positions, and this one is opposite positions. This one is sum, multiplication, average. I have written there, so no need to worry. Just look at them once, then you can leave. Tomorrow we'll start problems on coding and decoding, which is going to be very important for your examination. So if you are interested, you can join. And after completion of these, I am going to upload continuous videos. So if you like, you can subscribe. Then I will upload one by one topic properly, like not like online class. I will explain everything. Okay, we want to find out symbol again. Okay, we'll solve some problems on symbol. You will get better idea. So what he will say is, let us take, he is saying that cat is there, and let us take mall is there. He will give question like this: in a certain code, cat is written as $@ and mall is written as percentile $, what we can use, any other symbol? Yeah, let us take this symbol, like we will use it for power, no, like this. So he is saying like cat is written as $, mall is written as percentile cap and cap. Now he will ask you, find the code for mat. He will tell you what is the code for cat and he will tell you the code for mall. Then he will ask you to find out code for mat. Now what you need to do here is, first thing you have to check whether you are having same symbol for same letter. For example, here I am having A, here I am having A, here also I am using @, here also I am using @. So as I am having same letter for same code, you can simply take first letter first symbol, second letter second symbol, third letter third symbol. As I want mat, where is mat here? Mat is the first letter. So here first symbol is percentile. What is A here? A is @. What is T here? Hash. So my answer is percentile @. So you need to combine them. You need to combine them to get the answer. So I will write once again, as the color is not visible. Let us take cat code is $@#, mall code is percentile @, cap and cap. You need to find out code for mat. So you just need to check for common letters and common symbols. What are the common letters here? See, I am having A common, so I am having common symbol. So simply means one letter equal to, no, you will never have that kind of different symbols. As I want mat, mat means M is first letter, so first symbol, that is percentile, A means @ and T means hash. That is going to be your answer. You will never find different letters, same letters with different symbol. If you are finding like that, means there has to be some other logic, that is not symbol coding. There is going to be some other logic, that's you need to solve there only. But symbol coding means you are going to have same symbols for same letters. I hope that made it clear. Yeah, we'll meet in the next class. I hope you are going to join. Good day. Thank you.